My name is Julie Thomas. I am the owner of Doggy Paddle Swim, which is canine water therapy. I was told in 2006 that my corporate job was going to be eliminated in 30 days. Unfortunately, if you're over 55 or 60, the odds of getting a job similar to the one you're getting laid off from are not good. So it was a good way for me to take advantage of the situation and say, you know, I don't really want to have another job like I had, so what are some things that I can do differently that I'm passionate about and provide a service and also provide an income?
My name is Nick Avanetti, and I'm the Chief Design Officer for New Object Design. It's a furniture company based in Portland, Oregon. We specialize in contemporary furniture design. I've had a pretty interesting path to this point. I was in the Air Force for 4.5 years, and I was able to get a degree in mechanical engineering, which led me to a process engineering job, and I experienced a layoff. And at that time, I was going to school full-time and going to work full-time. And it lined up right with me to graduate with a degree in industrial design. So that gave me the skills to get into furniture design. Then I've discovered the SEA program through WorkSource Oregon appointment, and this is where I'm at now.
I'm Linda Sansness, and I launched my business because I needed to find other employment. I have been in the plumbing business and construction business for 42 years. So this is what I do, and this is what I thought I should be doing. So the SEA program helped tremendously by letting me build a business to employ other people. I contacted the WorkSource office when I needed to investigate whether I should be filing for employment or not, and she's the one that suggested that I was a perfect candidate for this because I had gone into detail and told her how I wanted to run my own business.
I was talking with one of the counselors there, and we were talking about what kind of job I'd had before, and I said, well, you know, I really would rather do something totally different. And so he started asking me about my vision and, you know, my business model, and kind of trying, I think, to ascertain how serious I was about this project. And so then he said, well, we have the self-employment program where you will still be able to collect your weekly unemployment benefits. But rather than spending your time applying for jobs, then you need to work on your business plan.
So at that point, I involved my two business partners, one with a business background, one with a manufacturing background, just to make sure that this was a feasible endeavor. So once we submitted that, we got approved, and then shortly after that, a formal business plan was required, and that was also extremely valuable. It made us sit down and look at the numbers and make sure that this was worth our time and effort.
I believe one of the most rewarding aspects of the self-employment program for the state has been that it sends a message to our public that the state government is responsive and made this option available to people, and that we recognize that small businesses are much of the driver of the economy. And I would recommend to administrators in other states considering the program to allow their claimants to have this option.
They were able to provide me with enough income that I could continue living and paying my bills, and yet I could use some funds that I would normally take as wages for advertising and some graphics for the sides of the truck so people saw us and saw our name and identified with us. And we're doing very well. The plumbers are all very busy, and we've got more work than we can handle now.
This week was quite a breakthrough. We had appointments with furniture stores. We got our product in front of store owners and store managers, and things should be turning towards the black. So this has been an exciting week.
I've been here now 3 years in October. I'm now getting a lot of references from vets, and I now have an assistant, so I'm able to increase the clients and some of the different types of clients.
It is really gratifying to be the boss. I've worked 65-hour weeks, and it's always been for somebody else. And my whole intention is to have a company that everybody is willing and happy to come to work for. So we give them full insurance benefits, they get good wages, they've got good vehicles that they can trust. So in the long run, the SEA program, it helps everybody.
The important thing for me that made the difference, and why I think this is an incredible program, when you're unemployed and you know that you have no prospects, just knowing that there was a program out there that was going to help me realize my passion and my dream was worth the whole thing.
It was amazing. I don't know how I would be where I am now without the program.